Hello everyone, welcome back to the Gundam Closer View. The master grade that we are checking out today is my holy grail kit, the Double Riser Gundam Transam mode, and more importantly, it is a clear model kit. For me, Gundam Double is my all-time favorite series and I love every single mobile suit in that series. Back when I would first start Gunpla, of course, with limited budget, the decision can only be made between the Double Gundam 7 Sword and the Double Riser. I sort of end up picking the 7 Sword because of its low price tag. I was thinking of getting the Riser further down the path. Therefore, when I see this version become available on the premium Bandai website, I pretty much went Goku Ultra Instinct mode immediately. Please note that normally this 2017 release version is only available at the Gundam Base Limited in Tokyo. The original Master Grade Double Riser was released in 2011, so the frame itself is quite dated. The Double Riser Gundam is the main mobile suit or the strongest model in the second series of the Gundam Double anime. So what we are looking at here is a semi-painted snap-built finished product with out-of-the-box decal. When I first looked at the advertised finished product on the box, its appearance was a little bit dark or dull. The cause of such display is the inner frame, which was printed with a sort of gunmetal color plastic, so a lot of detail are hidden. Most of the time, the inner frame of a model kit are actually covered, but since this is a clear kit, there ain't any opportunity to show them better than this. The color combination that I decided to go with this is chrome underneath clear red, and then metallic orange or red underneath the clear pink. In terms of decal, I would say just skip the normal decal because even after you apply it, those are hard to be seen. The only thing I skip is panel line. I don't know if people would usually panel line a clear kit. If you do, please let me know on the comment. As always, on our left is the box art. A little bit different from the regular Master Grade box and the premium Bandai box. This box art only captured the close-up shot of the mobile suit. The Double Riser Gundam is activating its Riser Sword through the GN Sword 3. We can spot that from the light pink section on the upper left corner. As a transarm model, this whole mobile suit is covered with a layer of light red color. Looking closely, each section has a different shade of red. Definitely give Bandai credit on such detail. Moreover, the word Double Riser are displayed on the forehead sensor. Another area we can see some texture is on the GN condenser. If anyone owned the regular Master Grade Double Riser, they would recognize this pose. It is pretty much the same pose art with the different color and no battle background. Of course, we cannot ignore the Gundam base logo on the upper right, then the big text label here, and the more detailed label on the bottom end. So moving to the right, we have all the weapon and accessory coming with the model kit. The GN Shield, the GN Sword 2 and its effect part, the GN Sword 3 and its effect part, 2 beam saber, and 2 GN condenser. A separate set of swappable finger going with the kit, some landing gear for the old Riser, and the GN Sword connection pieces. Last is the LED unit. It comes with one. So question time, is this 2017 model still good to buy? If so, should you include this to your collection? Well, for this model kit, I will give the answer right now. It would be a big yes. Majority of the Double series product on the Master Grade line is very solid. Despite the 10 years old inner frame design, the Double Riser can still stand a fight with some of the most recent Master Grade. Not only that, the clear plastic on this model is quite unique compared to the other Master Grade clear model kit Bandai released so far. I'm calling my build the true transarm, so let's get into the detail. Starting with the GN Shield, the Double Riser comes with 2 small GN Shield. I only painted the part underneath the clear red along with a little bit of the silver lining on the part under the clear plate. For decal, these two are the biggest and eye-catching dry transfer out of all the decal, so definitely apply it. The shield can be displayed in multiple ways on the Double Riser. First, both can be attached on both of the forearm by using this connection here. Flip it out, then we align it to this spot. Of course, we gotta extend the blade part as well. Second, it can be combined using this part on the top of the shield. We only need one to flip open so the peg can plug into the other shield. The shield position is kinda odd, but it pairs well with the dual blade combined mode. Third, each shield can be attached to the GN drive. We just need to position the connection piece sideways and align this on the GN drive hanger. Last, each shield can be attached to the old riser binder. This gives the binder a little bit more defense. First tips, when trimming these pieces over here, do not cut this nub on the left. It is actually placed there to support the connection when combine both shields. Obviously, I learned it the hard way, cut the other one already. Next, we have the double Gundam main weapon, the GN Sword 2 and should I say Setsuna signature dual blade. Unlike the 7 sword version, they are both identical. The only painted part here is the frame of the gore. I could have painted this part in between the blade over here, but I miss it. Again, the dry transfer here is a must because the rest are not visible until I point it out. 1, 2, and 3 on each side. The GN Sword 2 has total 3 modes to play with. First, just a regular sword. I would recommend using the swappable hand to hold this weapon. For some reason, the movable finger hand is extremely loose. When not in use, we are going to use this attachment part to hang it on the side skirt. Second, we have the dual blade staff mode. In order to form this, we would need to use these connection pieces over here. This is a very sizable display, but combined with the long shield, it looks pretty cool. If you think this is still not impressive enough, we can extend it further with the beam saber mode by adding the beam effect on both sides of the blade. Now this is for sure can compete with the dual sword mode of the sword impulse. Last is the rifle mode. Simply take out the blade part and turn 90 degrees, then plug it back in. Open the gore and then pull down the handle around 45 degrees. Make sure this section stay as is. Of course, we have another 2 beam saber which are located on the back skirt armor. It can swing up 90 degrees for a better grab. Pretty cool pose on the double Gundam. Moving on, we have the GN Sword 3, the main weapon of the mobile suit after docking with the old riser. This weapon comes with a beautiful green plate in its normal version. In this transam mode, the green was actually reflected as neon green, adding on the clear center. More detail to be seen. For painting, we only use chrome on the here and then metallic orange on the energy output section. For decal, beside the red sticker on both sides of the blade, the rest are invisible. The GN Sword 3 has 3 modes. First, the rifle mode. The blade folds backward and we can spot this tiny rifle barrel over here. According to the instruction, it's recommended using the swappable hand to hold this as well. If we look closely, the connection hole only shows up on the right side, so this weapon can only be used on one side. Simply have the hand connect to the handle and fit this gore part to the forearm. Second, we have the sword mode. Simply swing blade to the front and then there we go. The sword can also be held in a different angle like a regular sword. To achieve that, we will need to bend the whole sword upward around 80 degrees, then push this section in to lock it in place. However, this connection is still extremely loose, so don't risk it. Last is the riser sword mode. We just need to plug in the effect part aligned with 4 connection pieces around this barrel, and we have a very giant sword. Next we have the backpack. It's fairly simple. I did not paint much because it's well covered by the old riser anyway. Therefore, moving on to GN stripe hanger. For painting, we have chrome here and here, then orange here. The hanger has a locking gimmick. This would help to keep the old binder in place. Combined with the other 3 joy on the backpack, we have quite a bit of options for posting. The GN stripe itself is not that complicated. Just make sure you follow the instruction to align these layers correctly, otherwise it won't fit in. In order to apply the LED unit, push it from the back of the hanger, then open this section and place in the LED unit. Being clear is a big plus over here. Including from the kit, we also have the big GN condenser. This is anime accurate because the GN condenser replaced the GN drive at the beginning of the double moving Awakening of the Trailblazer, and yes, we can also put the LED unit on this GN condenser. So coming up, we have the old riser. The double would not be complete without the old riser. This is quite sizable but pretty light. It is constructed by 3 pieces, the main body and the old binder, 2 of them. For the main body, beside the front sensor is colored with chrome. The rest are touched up by metallic orange. I purposely picked out some sections so that the mixture between the original gunmetal and the metallic look balanced. If we look at it from the other side, we can spot the differences. Underneath we have some simple lining. Similar problem on the decal, very hard to spot. Believe it or not, there are 21 decal in total for the main riser body. Maybe I can make a video for everyone else to spot those stickers on this model. For the old binder, we have a tiny bit of articulation on the wing, swivel joy over here, and spreading gimmick over here. The top of the binder can be opened up to reveal more detail. This is mainly for the lining gimmick. Similar color scheme applied here, mostly on the center frame, since both wings does not have any inner frame at all. For the lining gimmick, we just have to slide down this section and put the LED unit on. If you ever want to display the old riser by itself, gotta make use of the landing gear support part, and there are 3 of them in total. Or if you want to display this on the stand, we would need to use the support pieces that connect to the GN 3, because the display stand connection can only hook up to that part, which usually cover up. So here comes the transformation of the old riser. First, we detach both binder. On each binder, slide out this section and pick out the connection support part. Next, we just need to add it on the back and then align it to the GN drive hanger. Here comes tip number 2. Unlike the perfect gray, the old binder cannot be rotated, but we can still cheat it a little bit by only connecting one peg. Of course, it's not going to be as stable as this, but that is the only option we can use to create a more dynamic pose. It's a little bit tricky to get this work, but trust me, it does work. Just don't move it around so much. On the main body, we'll first extend the tail part and slowly bend out until we cannot bend any further. Then we move on to the next extension on the rear, then bend. The complete setup would look like this. The tail is bent 180 degrees. After this, we just need to open up the covert pieces on the backpack, then plug it in, and here we have the other ball riser fully docked. Moving to the model, let's have a look at the lower body first. Starting with the waist. Front skirt has a ball joint and a peg, so it can be moved around depending on the dynamic leg pose. Side skirt and back skirt have an unexpected effect. There's so many dividers on the frame and the marker head is too big to touch at all, so I end up coloring the surface only, and the result looked great. For articulation, the side skirt is connected through a ball joint, so it can be rotated quite a little bit. Definitely make use of that joint because after hanging the GN 2, this can pop out easily. Back skirt can move slightly upward to add more room for the leg swing joint. Deep dive into the leg. The base color or the metallic orange are great, so you can imagine how dull this is. After studying the instruction, the only area that I touch up are the round big joint on the thigh and the ankle, along with the frame underneath the clear pink armor. We can spot the differences on the knee part over here, which color and which out color. There's a swivel joint on the thigh connection. This is very useful for aerial pose, but be very careful in using it. Down to the knee, we have a very satisfied double knee joint. Moreover, the trademark chain condenser on the sides is gorgeous. On the lower leg, slim design with a very nice detail, which can only see thanks to the clear part. So the ankle armor can be split open, which give more room for the already over mobility joint. Swing front and back, turning here, and more side turning down to the feet. Last is the feet. Only the front feet can either move up or down. Combined with the angle, there's a lot of pose we can get. The weight is the only limited for this model. Alright, moving to the upper body. The aft armor is a clear red, so why not show off the frame, right? Again, trying to maintain the color balance, only the abs, the front and the side torso, and the neck are painted. We can have a small crunch on the abs and then rocking side to side on the lower torso. Moreover, we have an extended gimmick on the upper torso. To use it, gently pull from the shoulder. I really doubt we use this joint a lot. Next, we have the shoulder. The two most visible decals, so highly recommended to apply. Most of the time, the shoulder armor will be covered by the GN drive hanger, but the chrome underneath help to increase its existence. The shoulder armor size is ideal and it does not hinder any of the arm movement at all. Next, the arm. Bicep is fairly straightforward, but with the color, it looks much better, especially this line. Down to the elbow, the GN condenser here and the wrist is beautiful as always. Double joy for sure to help a lot on the pose. Not 180 degree, but very good enough. Regarding to the forearm, orange here and chrome here. Additional mobility to the wrist and knuckle. Here's another comparison between the painted and not painted knuckle. Moving to the head, the clear eye sticker is beautiful. I have the 7 sword and the clear eye sticker without the LED is very bad. However, for this model, even without the light, the eyes still glow. This is actually quite impressive for me. It is very pink, but the clear green underneath helped a lot, sort of giving a 3D effect. To apply the LED unit, simply take out the backpack and put that unit in. Can you not like this? Seriously. In short, we would need in total 5 LED units if you want to fully light up this model. 1 for the head, 2 for the GN drive, and then 2 for the operator. In conclusion, despite the model kit design was in 2011, or we can even say starting from 2009 when the Master Grade XCR was released, this version is a must-have for the ball fan. The double line in the frame is still very impressive, mostly because of its futuristic design, which mixed in with some of the big joy to turn out a fairly stable kit with many possibilities of posing. Bandai also released a transarm version of the double riser. For that model, the color swap can be recreated for those who are expert in painting. What is so special about this transarm clear version is that the clear is not completely white translucent clear. It does maintain a level of color shading, unlike the Master Grade Sazabi Mechanic Clear or the Hainu Mechanic Clear. Moreover, the color layer is not too dense, which allows the inner frame to be spot, unlike the Master Grade Barbatos Clear or the Master Grade Freedom 2.0 Clear. Of course, the transarm clear version is also available for the Perfect Grade and the Real Grade line, if you want to consider those. The Perfect Grade is so expensive and not all the parts are clear, and it's actually very rare. And for the Real Grade, the detail level on the inner frame is a little bit too plain. If you ever get this model, personally, I would recommend painting the inner frame to make full use of the clear armor. If you have access to premium Bandai, check this out, because who knows when this is back in stock. With all of that, I hope you are not bored of how many times I say chrome and metallic orange. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, share, and hit the notification button. Bye bye, and I will see you next time.